All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is May 17th, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up with me, John Kerrigan. Let's go take a look at some charts today. All right, so let's take a look. We got, blow that one up. Take a look at SPY on the daily chart. Okay, so we got a higher low, we got a lower high and a lower low. But we closed over the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. All right, so if we look at this, here's the Andrews pitchfork. And let's move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. All right, so here's the Andrews pitchfork. We came up close to that Andrews pitchfork we had right there on the top side. So there's SPY on the daily. All right, let's take a look at QQQ. Oh, wait, let's go look at 2 hour. All right, so on the 2 hour, you can see we had a 2 hour. We still have a 2 hour uptrend. On the 10-minute, we had a 10-minute uptrend. So we got a 2 hour uptrend, a new 10-minute uptrend, and we're trying to come over this anchored VWAP up here. So we came down to, see how we came down to the low. This would be the CPI low right there, anchored VWAP. So this is the low before the CPI. And we came into that. We bounced up off of it. And then we went up to the other anchored VWAP coming off the all-time high. So we bounced in between the CPI low, anchored VWAP, up to the all-time high anchored VWAP. Now we didn't close up over either under this one or over that one. So for Monday, looking like more chop is coming on Monday. Unless, of course, we break either out the top of this one or under the bottom of this one. So there's the 10-minute. We got a 2 hour uptrend, but we still have and we have a 10-minute uptrend. And I would think that the consolidation would bring us out off the top. But this is a bear flag, a move down and consolidate over to the right. So we couldn't break below this and we couldn't break above that. So there's SPY. All right, so looking at probably more consolidation on Monday, more than likely. We'll see. There's the Andrews pitchfork. You can see price coming up to the top line of the pitchfork and probably looking for price to kind of meander its way back to the middle tine on the pitchfork. So there's SPY. All right, let's move over and let's take a look on the daily chart at QQQ. All right, so here's QQQ on the daily chart, price action for today. All right, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, still bullish, over the 17 EMA. All right, so now you notice SPY still in an uptrend, still bullish. QQQ still in an uptrend, still bullish. All right, FNGU, all right, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. All right, so what do we get for today's price action? Let's see, yesterday was a new 2-year high right there on FNGU. Today, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. So those three, all still in uptrends. IWM. All right, so here's IWM. Today's price action, little doji candle. Lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Price action for right through here, making higher lows and higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. Still in an uptrend. IWM. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow, higher low, higher high, still in an uptrend. Price action, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Everything's still bullish in the Fab 5. Fab 5 are QQQ, SPY, FNGU, IWM, and Diamond Dow. All right, so let's take a look at USO. Here's USO. All right, so USO puts in, I got to really look here. So the low is 75.93. The low is 76.16. All right, so higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish cross and over the 17 EMA. All right, so USO, they made a higher high here. It's a tough call to call that a daily uptrend. All right, really, they prefer to take out this high right there. But technically, they haven't made a higher low, but they did make a higher high than this peak right here. So technically, it's in an uptrend, not by much. All right, so there's USO technically getting an uptrend started by making a higher high right here over that. Okay, so there's USO. Let's take a look at UNG. UNG, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. UNG on fire, needs to kind of cool off, coming right into minor resistance right through here. Okay, minor resistance right through there. So there's UNG, nice rally up into the minor resistance in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs, wiping out this high, and this high. So they've wiped out the last three highs. Looking for it to probably pull back to about 1672. If it holds, I'd like to see a, kind of a flag form in between there and then rally up over. So UNG doing it right. SLV, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. SLV on fire. All right. And that is a new, so that's a 3-year. Let's see what we got here. The high is 25.55. The high is 28.84. The high is okay, so there's a 4-year high. I got to go back to the weekly. So that looks like a new 10-year high for SLV. Okay, 10-year high for SLV right there. Happened today. All right, so that's a 10-year high on SLV. All right, so there's SLV, new 10-year high. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap. That's on the weekly chart. Go back to the daily. Let's take a look at GLD. GLD, not getting it done yet. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. GLD, bullish, and is also in an uptrend. So we got USO just technically got an uptrend today or yesterday. We got all of the Fab 5 in uptrends. We've got UNG also in an uptrend. So we got energy is in an uptrend, crude oil and nat gas. We got gold and silver in uptrends. Let's go take a peek at our technicals, then we'll look at some sectors. Technicals, we stayed in the buy zone all day. Okay, just kind of failed to break below the buy zone. So great job for the bulls holding it in the buy zone. T2123 started green, ended green. Just a melt up green day on T2123. T2123 3 bar showing us the same thing. Three more green balls to go with those candles. All right, so just a more melting up, coming up over this rising 200. So right there, we got a catch on the 200 as price comes into it and gets caught and is lifted back up out of there. So see here, it's falling, and then the 200 catches it and then supports it going back up. Okay, FNGU indicator for today, we had red, little green, more red underneath VWAP, and finally some green back to VWAP, and that's about it. So big caps still in a bull flag. That is a bull flag right there. Price up and then a pullback, a shallow pullback. That's a bull flag over the rising 200 SMA. So that's very bullish. If the 200 makes connection with price action, it's a good chance you see a cataclysmic action happen and it rips to the upside. So we'll see what happens with FNGU. But you got a rising 200 coming up underneath a bull flag right here. So you could get some cataclysmic action right here when these two of these connect, and you could see a breakout to new highs on FNGU, especially with this rising 200. All right, let's go back and take a look at some sectors. Okay, and we'll start off with SMH. SMH not making new highs, but lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. XLK. XLK, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. All right, let's take a look at XLF. Financials. Oh, by the way, SMH in an uptrend, XLK in an uptrend, XLF also in an uptrend. So all three of these sectors in an uptrend. We'll have one more to look at, and that'd be the transports, as long as they give me a decent candle today. All right, so here's XLF, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. That's a new all-time high for XLF. I'm pretty sure of that. And I'm going to look back here on the weekly. And yeah, that's a new all-time high right there. All right, so there's XLF putting in a new all-time high today on XLF. All right, on the daily, see that uptrend, higher low, higher high, at a new all-time high. So XLF, nice job. Now IYT. All right, decent candle, yay. All right, IYT, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish cross, under this flat 17 EMA. So, but still in an uptrend, making a higher low and a higher high right there. Breaking the downtrend right there. So IYT, not a pretty candle. My gosh, that's the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th red day in a row. That's crazy. But still in a bullish uptrend. Making higher lows and a higher high. Technically in an uptrend right there. IYT. They break this low, they'll be in a downtrend. They broke this high, that puts them in an uptrend. All right, so we have everything bullish. IYT not so much, but it still is bullish and still qualifies. So we got semiconductors in an uptrend, energy, oil and gas in an uptrend, precious metals, gold and silver in an uptrend, all of the Fab 5 in uptrends. That would be in the Fab 5, we got the mega caps, that's the FNGU. We got the mid caps and the small caps, that's in the Russell 2000. And then we got NASDAQ and technology. All right, that's XLK and QQQ, also in uptrends. Everything in an uptrend. We are ready for a robust rally. We could see 550 next week. Don't be surprised if we get close. It's all going to be dependent on the FOMC after seeing the CPI come out pretty good. Maybe they'll bump it up and bring in those rate cuts sooner than later. All right, so that's good news. They're probably going to say we need to see more data. All right. So everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right. Everybody out there in digital land, and I'm talking about you YouTubers, Facebook, Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, all of you. All right. Thank you for listening to my videos and giving them some of your attention and your time. Appreciate that. All right, traders, I will see you all on Monday at 8 o'clock. I have nothing going on next week, so you'll get to have me all week next week, all to yourselves. All right, so that's it. All right, everybody have a big weekend. I think Marley, are you here, Marley? Thanks, Alan. You too. Thanks, Alan. Appreciate that. Marley, okay, we're on for what, 5 o'clock tonight, right? On Skype? Yes, okay, all right. I'll see you at 5. I'll give you a ring. All right, everybody have a wonderful evening, all right?